Christopher, thank you. It's good to be back. Don, happy weekend eve, or as we like to call it, second Friday. Um, yeah, it's good to be back. I admit that we did come home from the surf trip on Wednesday evening, so we kind of had a day off yesterday to just kind of collapse into ourselves like a black hole. Oh my God, we were so pooped from the trip. The surf was great. Monday or Tuesday rather was our first day down there. It was pretty big, and I was pretty shagged, tired when we first got down there because we had to get up early to go. We were convinced, oh, you got to get out there and and get in the water. So yeah, hang ten, Scott. Right. Um, Jen, you've been nervous knitting in our absence. Well, I have to say, Belinda I don't know if she washed that cap that you made the other day, but I was jealously coveting it for a moment. Yeah, so I can't wait to see some photos. Maybe you can post them in the group of what you've been knitting lately. So yeah, we left pretty early. I don't know why I'm looking at my watch right now. Well, maybe to see where Lady Jerry is, because I did tell her we were doing the show, but I think she might be cooking up an outfit. So we left about 6:30 a.m. Left the house, which means we got up at 6 a.m. or quarter to 6 even, maybe, something like that, and blasted off. It was an hour and a half drive down there, and then you got to park, and then it's a bit of from the parking lot to the beach, it's about a 25-minute walk. And we had this little rig to put the surfboards on two wheels, so it's like a wheelbarrow thing with the lunch. And we spent all day down. Here comes Lady Jerry. There she is.
Yes,
Lady Jerry.
I'm arriving. Here I am. Hello. I just swallowed a bug. I was walking
You
along.
swallowed a bug?
And
A
my
little
mouth
protein?
was open as I was. Oh, well, the thing that's really weird is it doesn't just, it kind of now I've had to make a tea to wash the bug down. I'm not going to be like the old lady who, swallowed the fly and then she swallowed the spider. I'm not going to go that route.
Yeah.
just in case you were worried that I might,
No,
be out
just
there
enjoy
like,
the
okay,
protein.
where's a spider? Where's a bird? Get down there, get the bug that's down in my esophagus. It just feels tickly a little bit. I don't think it's still alive. I think I've, killed it.
Jen thought I killed you on vacation, but I didn't.
Oh my God,
But I
no.
didn't.
No,
You almost suicided yourself by surfing. Suicide by surfing.
Oh my God, yes, surfed myself
You went
to
so
death.
hard. I was just saying, we got up so early, got down there. I was tired. I couldn't get in. I didn't even get in the morning because I was just so pooped. But you went in, had a morning session, came out of the water,
Yeah.
had some lunch, had a little nap in the sand.
Yeah, I had a nap in the sand to get warm. It was big in the morning. I mean, it was big. It was really fun. But the thing is, it's unless you're really surfing a ton all the time, to about to do 2 sessions in a day. I mean, I would have surfed 6 hours over the 2 days. And that's a lot. And then what happens is I'm like, I'm tired when I go up for the second session. I'm like, oh my God. And then also I've been trying to eat enough food while I've been, before I had my nap, I was downing the food. And then I was like, oh my God, I'm lying on my stomach, I'm burping on the board. I'm like, it's not a good feeling, man, Anyway, is that too much information, everybody?
No,
or is that a
it's
good
quite-
amount of
it was really
information?
good. So,
Was it,
so then we had an afternoon surf, and I did get in for that. Then we went back, spent the night in San Clemente, which is just 3 exits away. Got up the next morning and went back and did a double session on Wednesday. By the time we got home, we were pretty pooped. And I have to say, Orange County, they've got indoor dining in Orange County. So just funny to drive an hour and a half from here and realize, oh, there's people eating inside, and maybe 20% of the people in the little town when we took our walk, this is an unscientific measurement, and they were far enough away from us that it wasn't a big deal that they were not wearing masks, but only about 20% of the people who were on the street were wearing masks. And then when we went into the little restaurant, I had to go in and ask them a question, the restaurant that was attached to the accommodation hotel-y thing that we were in. Nobody's wearing masks. People eating obviously are not wearing masks, but the waiter, the bartender, the kitchen staff, nobody's wearing masks. It's full go. anyway.
Yes, Jeff, that song that we just did was from the Varinus
Opera. It's actually not. There she is, lady. It's from the Miss America pageant.
Oh my goodness!
There she is.
Oh God!
Miss America.
Oh wow!
That's dating myself, but it was from a long time ago. Before Trump, I think he owns Miss Universe, not Miss America, but
it's Jen. It's one earring. It's one earring. Is there something in your hair, or are you only wearing one earring? I've got one earring on.
Yeah.
I've got some stuff in my hair.
Oh, there's a fly in there.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. My only black friend.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah,
that,
we really
what
had
a moment. What a moment that was.
Our awesome Varinus survivor president. I guess they're going to make a vaccination out of his DNA or his blood or his.
Because he's extremely young as well. I mean, as well as being a fine physical specimen.
A lot of people don't know he's
young.
a senior. A lot of people don't even know he's a senior. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that, but he is actually a senior, and he survived the Varinus, and now we're going to make a vaccine out of Trump's blood, which is also made with fetal cell.
Yeah,
it's really going to be. It's a great combo. It's the best. It's the best.
The cocktail that's coursing through his veins right now is pretty fantastic. All the different,
I'll pick. Richard Nixon's old home is San Clemente.
Yeah,
that's right. It's beautiful, and it's got a little bit of it's got a beach vibe, and then a kind of a rich Orange County vibe, and then there's a. Yeah, it's a good mix. It was a fun place to go. I would do that again. And the restaurant we ate, what was the name of that restaurant?
Vine was very nice. We weren't so crazy about our little funky surfy hotel.
Yeah, I don't recommend that, but I do recommend the restaurant.
It had a cantina with it, but they didn't tell us it was above us. The hotel rooms are here, and then the cantina is here. So you have to be awake until the cantina is finished being cleaned at the end of the night.
They close at 9 for guests, but it takes them about 2 hours. I can tell you from personal experience of trying to sleep underneath their close-up thing. It takes about 2 hours to wrap it up and put everything away.
When we got into the room, there was a little machine that was making wave noises, and right beside it was a basket of earplugs, and that was not a good sign.
Bob, that's right. It's Bert Parks. I was trying to think of his name. Bert Parks is the guy who used to sing "There She Is, Miss America."
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Great. Yes, Jake could be the next Bert Parks. Well, he could be, but I don't know that I want you working on a Miss America pageant show. That just is not aligned with our feminist values.
Let's
if you got offered the job, then we're not.
Okay,
when he gets offered the job, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Up until then, I mean, I don't think it's really going to jive with our daughter either, but we'll see.
I'm getting to be the right age to be a creepy old white guy, but I feel like I've got to put on a little bit of weight and let myself go a bit more before I can really be the best creepy old white. So I was texting with my friend Christella today, who she had to do a Latina vote panel, and I was texting with her that she said, how about we go to lunch tomorrow instead? But it's Saturday, so it's tricky for me to go to lunch.
You can go to lunch tomorrow.
But I said I may have to host a old white guy dismotivating the vote panel.
Oh, that would be great if you did that.
Yeah.
Darren is now calling you Lord Johansson and me Lady Belinda. Well, and that's more. Well, actually, no. It's funny because I think I told you guys that my stepfather and mum have a hereditary title, and he gets called Sir Simon. He's the lad. He has that title, and my mum gets called Lady, and then not Lady Felicity, but Lady Sinclair Lockhart. Their whole name. But I didn't take the name Johansson because I'm incredibly independent.
You said you were, and then you didn't,
I said, and
okay.
then and then I said, you know what? It was so funny. My dad, who had 2 daughters, just thought it was absolutely appalling when I told him as a young woman that I was not going to be changing my name when I got married. And he was like, pop, 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 pop. And I was like,
even though it's his name.
Yeah, you should be glad, Dad.
He doesn't have any sons, so
that was really the thing that chagrined him the most, was that he didn't have sons. Oh my God, my father really liked men. I mean, he likes women. But he likes women not
in a sex way.
Yeah, he likes women for sex, and then he really likes men for talking.
I don't know. I found it to be a bit standoffish, but
he loved you. Are you kidding? That was that was not him being standoffish.
But
Anyway.
we're all doing our best, Lady Jerry. How's the fun meter? Let's take a look. Oh, well, we're in the maximum zone. We had a few days off. We're really having maximum fun.
Yeah. Flavia, yeah, it's not widely accepted that he's all better. He's all nuts.
Who's all better?
The trumpet.
Yeah,
he's
so
hopped
we
up
have
on.
to,
Oh, yes.
People are listening.
Oh,
So
well, you can see
who's
it.
he? When you
Yeah, who's he? Well, yeah, the
Yes.
royal he.
Well, we'll
his
see.
mind.
We'll see how all better he is. So he's having a campaign event, so it's a violation of the Hatch Act because he's having it at the White House tomorrow. It's also he's not completely clear of COVID, so that's
Yeah, he's supposed to be
tomorrow.
quarantining.
He's really running the trifecta.
He's a
I
liar
can't
to
remember
himself.
what the third one is. So I'm going to be demobilizing the old white guy vote tomorrow.
Great. How are you
No,
going
we
to do
can
it?
vote. We can vote. We've got our ballots.
Well, we've got 2 mail-in ballots each, so we have to make sure that we only use one. And I voted in the New Zealand election today. I was really hoping I would be able to go to the New Zealand consulate here in Los Angeles and do it myself, because it's also just down the road. I could ride my bike there. But no in person, so I had to mail it. But I did have 2 very nice conversations with the lady at the consulate, because I had to use 3 envelopes. I had to put my declaration in one, my vote in another envelope, and then a third envelope to put the 2 envelopes in.
But they don't all go in. They don't all nest inside of each other. Some of them go side by side in the last envelope.
No. Well, yeah, side by side in the last envelope, and then I had to really keep an eye on you as my witness, because you
I
only
didn't sign
signed one
everything correctly.
box, and then I had to get her to sign the other box. But I voted for the Green Party for my candidate, and then of course for Jacinda, yeah, and then everyone. I just had one other thought.
Yeah, go ahead.
I know. I heard you do your intake of breath.
Yeah,
You're about
that
to
was
start
me. I
talking.
was ready. I was
Yeah.
ready to say hi.
So
to somebody.
everybody says, what is the biggest thing that you can do for the planet? It's voting, my friends. It's voting for someone who believes in science and climate change. No, it is.
Get involved in politics. No, it goes beyond just voting.
But right now it's about voting the current administration out, so we can get an administration in who are going to get us back into Paris and end believing.
So let's get back to some serious business
Yeah,
here.
Yeah.
Bob says I'm more geared for judging RuPaul's show than Miss America. I would love to do that, but I think that would be some kind of appropriation that's not allowed. I need to watch RuPaul's show a bit more. Ouija, hello, greetings in Alaska. Taking a little break.
But Rachel has been in, because Jeff is asking if there's any news of Ramon, and you've been in touch with Ramon, and so has Rachel, right? And we know that he's okay.
I've messaged him. I haven't heard back from him lately.
Okay.
Flavia says she sent Ramon a message and has not heard back yet. I think he must be struggling, but we can all message him and let him know we're thinking about him. And obviously, if he's not feeling well and he's trying to recover, you can't get too antsy with the guy. But I miss him, and I hope he is going to be recovering and back with us soon. Let's also not forget, he may have just decided this is not his thing.
Though he did seem to be a top fan, but Rachel will let us know if she's in touch with him. So Bob wants to know, was I able to vote for Trump in New Zealand too? So not on the ballot.
I'm trying to vote for him. I'm going to write him in for president of the moon.
Yeah, oh my God, yeah, that would be a great place for him to go. Sue, you're late, but you're here. Sister Sue, hello,
Yeah, good to see you.
hello. I was at the post office today, Sue, and I said to them, hey, what the heck? I actually said, no, I didn't drop an F-bomb. What the heck with the bag? But anyway, I can tell you about that in a text.
Oh, so Flavia, I'm not sure where you live. We got our ballots here in California yesterday and today. I mean, they're really flooding us with ballots. There is a bit of a, you can only vote once, but they have sent us each 2 ballots, or are those other 2 ballots mislabeled for someone else?
Oh, I think because it's our PO box and our names on it. I didn't look at the names on it. I did get very excited because I had a card saying I had a parcel, and then I took it up to the door, the little door. I knocked on the door. I gave it to her, and then she just looked at me like, and I was like, yeah, hi. So I had this in my, and she said, well, do you see the number anywhere? Oh, I was like, okay, 529. Sorry, 5029. Sorry, lady. And then she went away, and she was away for ages and ages and ages, and then it turned out that it was supposed to be 5039, and then actually they put it in 5029. So they got my hopes up that we had a parcel. I was hoping with something with the letter, the word FUCK on it, and there was nothing. In fact, actually, what I'm looking forward to doing is getting these books that we're being sent about whistleblowers. That's going to be some fun reading, isn't it? My new surf buddy, Tim Schwartz.
I'm excited about it. Rachel says that she's heard from Ramon and that he appreciates the concern. He's not going to be better for a while, but he's optimistic he'll be better in time.
Oh, God.
He does not want to give out his home address and does not want to hear from us other than through this, because he said he's very a private person. And you got to respect that. So,
Yeah.
So that's
absolutely.
good. I hope it makes it feel good that we're concerned about him, and let's.
That not a show.
Well, we don't need to. We don't need
goes
to
by
bug him all the time.
that
Hello,
we
John.
don't
Good to see you.
talk about him. I mean, he's yeah.
All right. So we've got all the updates on Ramon. So early
Keys
voting here
is gonna be
starts
early.
on October 13th.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah, so we got to figure out where can we drop our ballots off as opposed to the post office? Is there a place to take them? Because I'd like to do that.
Yeah, there's a box over by Marine Park.
Is there?
April, tweeted it the other day. I'm on this text group of ladies.
Does it have a picture of Trump on it? Because that's not a
No,
that's
no,
not
it
a
doesn't.
real
It doesn't.
voting box.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah. There's a game of GOP COVID bingo going on that text. On that,
We've got our own bingo.
texting exchange. Yes, we do. We have the Varinus update.
How about a
bingo.
bit of trivia? Let's get on to some.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you want to get me off the.
Well, I
serious-
just like to get on a little bit of. It's good to see our friends and catch up and all that.
And it's Friday, so
Yeah.
right. We want to go out with a bit of a laugh.
There's a certain art in the seemingly simple activity of shaking a fruit from a tree. In general, a hard, slow shake is preferable to a quick, short motion. But for each fruit, there's a specific frequency that's best. Plums, for example,
I was going to ask, what do the plums
will
like?
fall about 3 times as freely if the plum tree is shaken 400 times a minute, 2 inches per shake, than they would at 1,100 times a minute, 1 inch per shake. Cherries respond most favorably to 1,200 short shakes per minute. I don't know how you can get up to that. How are you going to shake that? Apple trees are most generous when they're shaken 400 times per minute. I don't even know how you can shake something for. I mean, that's a
That's some
you're really
major,
going after it.
That really is absolute triviata. I mean,
and think about this.
Yes.
That's one that I picked. That's one that I did not rule out. So
what does it say about you?
That's the one that made the cut. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not even going to read you ones that don't make the
Well,
cut.
I bet. Well, you love plums, so maybe as plum was the first fruit that was mentioned. Do you think that your plum bias? Do you think that's your plum bias in operation
Yeah.
working?
Well, yeah, it could be. It could be. I mean, I don't know what basis. Now, this one, the Moscow to Peking run on the Trans-Siberian Railroad, is the longest rail journey that can be made without changing trains. Moscow to Peking. How does that sound for a vacation?
Say that again.
Yeah, stop reading that for a second.
Well, I thought it was really funny when Bob said, "If you shook me 400 times a minute, my plums would drop too." That's pretty cute.
Yeah, I think you're right. Tree shaking at 1,200 per minute is a monster upper body workout. Yes, Don. I'm now selling a branded Lady and Lord Jerry fruit tree
Workout?
that you shake for your workout. Yeah, you plant the tree
pretty
and
funny.
you shake it for your workout. There's a period of the year where you can't shake it because then you're prematurely shaking the fruit off. No, I said the Moscow to Peking run on the Trans-Siberian Railroad is the longest rail journey that can be made without changing trains. Moscow to Peking, Trans-Siberian Railway.
I don't know that that's on my bucket list, but I actually don't have a bucket list, so I think we need to write one. I think we need to have a Jerry bucket list so we know what's on. We've got some planning to do. We've got some things to look forward to.
In our lives.
After Varinus.
Yeah, we got to work on our bucket list.
Yeah. So how about it?
P90X will help with the tree shaking abilities, Jeff. Yes, I did P90X. I can say I vouch for P90X. Tony Horton's awesome, and I think we talked about him before. He's off P90X. He had a little illness, and he's got a new training program, and he's doing his own thing. Plus, he's got a YouTube channel where he posts workouts that you could do while he's getting ready to shoot his new thing that he's doing.
His new real workout. He's got his interim workouts.
So, Oh, Bob says he's been on the Trans-Siberian Railway, and it was nice.
Nice? Was it
Nice.
spectacular or just
Well,
nice?
I think it's one of those old school kind of travel experiences. You're on there for a while, and you go, you go to the car and you look out the window and you eat something. AC/DC worked at an orchard when they came up with "You Shook Me All Night Long." That's a good one.
Yep, that is a good one.
Good one. Solid.
Jeff, news just in. Trump, Biden, the next debate is cancelled. I don't even know. I mean, it's on again, it's off again. It's a virtual. Trump won't do that because he said they could turn his mic off at any point.
But Biden said he was going to do a town hall without him.
Yeah,
Anyway.
and that's what he should do. Do one without him. I mean, that guy is coming apart at the seams. It's really quite surreal because I know that I've said this before, but you have this sort of feeling that it can't get any crazier, and then it gets crazier.
It can get crazy.
And Rahm Emanuel, when he was Obama's chief of staff, called Washington, my favorite four-letter word that starts with an F, Nutsville. Fuck Nutsville. That's what he called it. He said it was
wow,
so...
I love it. I was like, what the hell, Lady Jerry?
I know. I'm censoring myself. I did some self-censoring.
It's our first show back.
I know. And I went...
Really holding back.
Yeah, I know. And then I just it's much better if you say fuck Nutsville. I mean, it's such a fantastic name for it. So, yeah, that's what we are living in right now. It's mighty crazy.
Scott says Thanksgiving's coming. Are you a family tree shaker? I'm not sure what the metaphor for family tree shaking is, but yeah, we won't be going anywhere.
That would be me dropping a lot of F-bombs it would be bringing up stuff from the past, terrible things that happened.
Well, Fanula's now finally old enough that she swears a bit, so...
Yeah, but it wouldn't be that. It would be, getting the skeletons out of the closet and inviting them to Thanksgiving.
Well, that's Halloween.
Thanksgiving
You
meal.
get the skeletons out of the closet for Halloween.
And you keep them out for Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
you get it? I do. Yeah, I do. I totally get it. We haven't put up any decorations for Halloween. I mean...
Well, we do have a couple of weeks, but why?
Well, we went past them the other day. As we were walking up the hill in San Clemente.
Mr. Predicto.
Oh, just fucking interrupt Lady Jerry because she's blah 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 blah. Yeah, whatever she's talking about, Mr. Predicto. Go on, Mr. Predicto. What the fuck have you got to say?
Go ahead.
No, that's it. I'm stopping.
Your bucket list now. The older you get, the more you have to rationalize why you have to remove from the bucket list. Oh, I'm not sure what that means. I guess. All right. So, what was I going to ask, Mr. Predicto? Shall we put up the Halloween decorations this year, Mr. Predicto?
Highly doubtful.
Highly doubtful.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Mr. Predicto.
Eddie Van Halen died. Yes,
I
Jen.
know. Only 65 years old. We were sad about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Battling the cancer.
Yeah.
Anyway, sad about Eddie Van Halen. What else can we read? Have we got anything else?
Don't read anything out of Tim Russett's book because I don't feel like having a
No,
blub. I don't feel like having a blub.
We can't have a weep on Friday.
No, and it's our 18th wedding anniversary coming up on Monday.
We're
so
having
we
our
should be...
18th wedding anniversary.
Yes, and we went
you believe
away
it?
for
We
2
got
days
married.
to sexy San Clemente. Well, it's sexy Trestles really is the beach. I mean, San Clemente I wouldn't say was sexy.
We got married on Columbus Day, and Monday is going to be on a Monday of Columbus Day, and our anniversary, obviously
we didn't get married
October
on a
12th.
Monday though. We got married on a Saturday.
No. We can look it up, but I remember it was less expensive to get married on a Monday, and that's why we were looking for a Monday holiday to get married on, and then the idea was that more people could go.
We still didn't.
I don't think we got married on a
Saturday. We did. I'll find the wedding invitation. Did you hear that? He audibly went,
how about this?
really? Why would that be?
What day of the week
in your ass
was October 12th? I was trying to do Siri on the iPad, but I can't. Do you have your phone in
2002.
2002. Yeah. What day of the week was October 12th, 2002? Somebody else can do that in here.
We got married on a Saturday.
David says his wife and he and his wife are celebrating 21 years of marriage today.
Today.
How about
Oh,
that?
congratulations.
Beautiful.
Oh, so you guys are, oh, look at that, Jen. So their anniversary is a week after ours. Our girls are the same age, and she's wearing that shirt.
Maybe this shirt or your shirt. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, not
She's
sure.
She's been knitting.
Oh yeah. Well, I would be wearing your hat right now, but it would be too hot because it's muggy here.
Oh yeah, Andrew says I do have some Halloween decorations. I've got the alien head up there. That qualifies as a Halloween decorations, and I think that's a nerve cell hanging up there. I don't know if you can see the nerve cell.
Thank you, Dawn. Yes, it was a Saturday because a Saturday is a sexier day to get married than a Monday. So that is what happened back in 2002. Yeah.
Well, that's Don. What does he know?
Yeah, well, of course you. Yeah, Mr. Know-It-All.
Yeah.
We don't have to ask
Clinton
Siri.
says
We don't have
Clinton
to ask
says
anyone.
it was a Saturday. Bob
Because-
says
yeah,
it was a Saturday.
yeah, oh,
the
yeah.
internet is really weighing in that it was a Saturday.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I guess once again, Lady Jerry, you nailed it. You're right. There she is. Lady Jerry, Mrs. Know-It-All.
Okay.
You're a real factotum.
Yeah, well, it's just a day. It's just an important day in
Yeah.
our lives.
Yeah, he killed it.
Yeah,
He killed
anyway,
it.
well, yeah.
Now Don's mad at me too. Grr. Oh
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
I've just sucked back up to the wife, and now I've got to suck up to Don. Yeah,
Yeah.
It was a joke, Don.
Yeah.
It was a joke, Don. You were right. Everybody backed you up.
Oh, wow. That we've got some information coming in.
Yeah.
You're knitting mittens, and it's going to be 93 next week. Oh, you know,
Don, Ray Conniff died on that day. Wow.
who's Ray Conniff? You have to remind me of who that is. Did I ever know? Who is he?
I get a little confused.
You acted like you knew.
Well, I thought I knew, but then I didn't
Yeah.
want to say that I
That
knew.
you didn't know.
Because I didn't think it. I didn't
Yeah.
think it was right.
Yeah, the poor kids. I mean, this is
Flavia.
right.
Women generally have much better memories than men do. Fact. You needed to put fact after that.
Thank you, Flavia.
Flavia.
It's true, though, we do. But it's an interesting thing because I remember once having a boyfriend who felt like, his mother and me were like elephants. We could remember things, that he had said or done, negative things that, he said them and then in his mind they were gone. But women do remember. We remember all that stuff. And I think, yeah, I don't know why. It's because we're trying to hold.
Yeah, you remember every
glue.
terrible thing that I've done, and I forget most of the terrible things you do.
Because I hardly do anything terrible. Most of the things I do are so
well, you
effing
also
great.
forget all the terrible
love
things
them. Most of the,
And that's the
I mean,
secret of marriage.
Yeah.
Forget the terrible things, remember the wonderful things. And
I have to tell you guys something funny. So I said to Jerry a couple of weeks ago, I said, we could do once a week, we could do a day on, marriage and what makes a good marriage. And Jake said, well, do you know enough about what makes a good marriage to even have a show about it? And I was like, well, we could just pick, a particular thing each week, like a topic.
my sister has a knitting question. She's trying to knit a blanket, but she
yep.
can't get enough yarn on the needle.
Yes.
So how do you?
So
you
you get those two needles that are here that are your size, and then they're joined by the bit of cord, so that then you've got a ton of room on the cord. So it's sort of almost like a curtain, rail, but it's a cord, so it's stretchy, and then you're just knitting, and then whatever you're knitting with is on the two hard knitting needles. I hope you're loving this demonstration, everybody who's not a knitter.
I do.
I'm
I'm kind of liking it.
Yeah. So you just have to get better, the right needles.
Oh, Jen, this is your last show for a while. Work starts on Monday.
Oh, that is rubbish.
Oh my Jeezy.
Yeah.
That's not right.
Yeah, sneak away, man.
You just
have it in your pocket.
Put your headphones on, set your little phone down beside your whatever. That's well, I'm sad. It'll be sad. We will miss you as much as Ramon.
Yeah. So it's not a loop because it's one long thing. You've got a hard needle at either end that you're knitting on that's the right size for whatever the thing is, and then those two needles are joined by it's usually like a bit of plastic, and then so
It's
no,
a big it's a U.
it's a U. Yeah, it's not a loop. It's a U. You're not knitting a sock, a tube. You're knitting
Jen says they're called double-pointed knitting needles.
Thank you, Jen, because obviously me with my fingers and all my this is how you knit was not. Yeah, I didn't know they were called that.
This is how you knit. This is how you knit. This is how you knit.
I love knitting, but I've been told by my doctor I shouldn't be doing knitting anymore.
I've been advised by my doctor to stop knitting.
Yeah.
I said I'm not knitting.
Yeah.
What should I stop doing?
It's really Anyway, it has to be cold though to knit. I couldn't. Yeah, if it's 93 degrees out, that's hard knitting weather, Jen. You have my condolences. So what are we doing this weekend, Major? What's happening? Keys just really hates Mr. Predicto.
He
wants to give him a proper bashing. You want to bash the out of Mr. Predicto.
I pity the fool that wants to get rid of Mr. Predicto. Mr. Predicto. It's the double Mr. T's. There she is. That's double Mr. T hosting the Miss America pageant. How do you like that?
Well, it's great.
Well, that's what you get on a
completely
Friday.
Great.
I'm really pulling out all the stops because it's Jen's last show.
Yeah.
So what are we going to do this weekend? I think we're going to hang around close to home. We're going to eat some delicious food. We might have to go to the store. Maybe we'll go out for a meal. Maybe we'll have a pizza party with the neighbors. Maybe we'll go walk down the hill to the beach. Huh?
I think I'm definitely going to the beach on Sunday, even though it's not supposed to be too nice. The weather.
Oh,
it'll be
Mr.
fine.
Predicto.
Yeah.
Should we go to the beach on Sunday?
The answer you seek is yes.
So, Mr. Predicto says we should. I'm not crazy about the beach here on a Sunday just because on the weekends it's so crowded and there's a lot of naughty mask behavior. Although I took a walk down there yesterday, not all the way to the beach, but just down to the beach area. And I was telling you about that game people were playing. They had this ping pong table with a ping pong net on it. And it was that size, but on either side of the net, it sloped away. And then
you had to hit it up the hill.
And there were people with a soccer ball. And they were bouncing it on a knee and a head, and then they'd hit it to go over. It was like they each could go knee, head, and bounce it over, or head.
And did it have to hit the table as well?
I think it had to hit the table, but I wasn't clear on the rules. And I could have gone over and asked, but I couldn't be bothered.
So that sounds like the thing we went past the gas station the other day, and that guy had the thing attached to his forehead. And then,
no, that's a boxing training thing.
Oh, okay. Well, that looked really silly to me.
Yeah.
I mean, when I saw that it was attached to his head, I was like, okay. But all right, it's boxing. And, yeah.
Clinton's asking how the air is. I'm going to be up there again, Clinton, the end of October, that 24th, 4 or 5 days around the 24th to do another corporate gig for the company that I was up there the last time when I saw you. And I'm wondering how the air is up there. But down here, the air is pretty normal, right? I haven't checked the quality, but it feels pretty nice.
Pretty shit air last week. There was one day that it got up to 200 or something. And it was quite weird. I mean, I think it was because it was foggy maybe, and the fog was holding, a layer of not so clean air underneath it. Not sure. But because fog is not good. That's, it holds whatever is in it, underneath it there. And if there are pollutants in it. But it seems better now. I mean, but yeah, I'm not looking at it as sort of regularly.
Yeah, it doesn't seem too bad.
Yeah.
Andrew's asking when I'm going to be on the road doing funny again. And Andrew, I honestly don't know. I do know that some of the clubs that I like to work are open, but when I've reached out to them, they've said they're at limited capacity, so they can't afford my my very generous salary. And so, not that it's all about money, but I just kind of feel like the dual reasons of health risk, and not just health risk to me, because even though I might feel safe, I would really hate it if 100 people or 200 people came in and one of them didn't know they were sick, and now 10 of them are sick because they wanted to come to see my show. I don't want to do that.
Nice of you, and so unlike some other people.
Well, I'm not trying to call names of other people, but I am saying also, I'm at a nice point in my career where I've got some money saved. I can afford to not work right now. And so, I mean, it's not that I can afford to be considerate of other people, but it's a little bit more of a luxury because I know there's plenty of people out there who are going out getting work and going to places that they don't feel safe because they just have to earn a living and support their family. So I'm kind of blessed that I don't have to do that and that I can then also pass on that as consideration to the possible audience. But I'm working on material. I'm trying to get an act ready. I'm hoping that there'll be some kind of limited capacity funny business going on in California, hopefully after the first of the year, if not before then, that where I can try and get my stage legs back.
What are those legs right there?
It's a metaphor. Stage legs.
I know.
I know. You
I know. Wasn't that funny? I don't even know why I said it. I just blurted it out.
Okay.
That's me.
Sue says I could be at my very own super spreader event. Yeah, well, that is my dream now. My dream
could
is
call
to
it that.
My dream is to do a whole show with a fly on my hair and to super spread. But I'd like to super spread joy. Huh? How about that? My super spreader event is to spread joy and happiness across this great world of ours. Creepy, right? When you go in like that.
You
but
couldn't
it's
have
Jen's
the
last
fly
show.
on your head because of the colour of your hair. You'd have to have it on your forehead, and if you couldn't see it floating around, then
Well, we've gone over time.
Okay, ask me the question.
Yeah.
It's about a book that dramatically
Yeah.
changed my life.
Oh, Michael Hoos is here from Switzerland. Happy to pay you by matching your weight in cheese and chocolate. You know what, Michael? I think I might be able to, if I can find an aftermarket dealer for the cheese and chocolate, so I can cash out. That actually might be a good trip for me. So I'll keep that in mind. All right.
Ask yourself that question.
Jeff, you wonder how long it's going to be before comics begin to do jokes about COVID. That already happened. You needed to pick a date somewhere around March. All right. Ray Conniff looked a bit like Captain Kangaroo. Just Googled. Well, I'm gonna be Googling Ray Conniff too after the show. So, which book dramatically influenced your life?
Right, and I said you could ask you that.
Well, I would say when I was a kid, I want to say kid, but I must have been right around 20, 21. So very, if I hadn't started doing stand up, maybe it was before I did stand up, or maybe it was before that. But it was somewhere in that late teens, early 20s. I read this Richard Bach book called Illusions. He wrote a book called Jonathan Livingston Seagull, which made him super famous. And then he wrote this book called Illusions. It's a very easy book to read, and it's short, but it talked about a positive outlook, and there was some kind of magical realism. It wasn't kind of like the Don Juan mescaline kind of stuff, but it was very it was just kind of very positive thought, you know, but metaphorical and kind of magical, and that book had a big influence on me, and I read it again less than 10 years ago, and I really enjoyed it. I may read it again now. It's a pretty easy book. Richard Bach, Illusions. You know, it's by easy I mean it's quick. You can read it fast, and it's kind of a fun little story, and his life is interesting. I read some of his other books about he was a pilot, and that's why he wrote the Jonathan Livingston Seagull, because he was trying to imagine flying like a seagull. That book is more of almost a picture book of sort of metaphorical poetry, but that book Illusions was quite that was an influential book to me, and maybe that's a little bit shallow of me to admit that. I mean it's not a deep it's not deep by any means, but it was pretty nice. Jen says she won't be surprised if she was back in a week.
Well, listen, Jen, good luck.
Jen,
and
I wouldn't be surprised if you found a way to kind of sneak on and spread some of your joy on our show during work. And if you can, that's great. And if you can't, we'll totally understand. And as always, the private Facebook group is available to all of us, and I'd be happy to let you in if you ask to be invited. Keith says he's got a book by Ulysses Grant that he really needs to get to. Well, I won't keep you from that. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Yeah, that'd be a fun way to spend your weekend,
everyone. We've done, I think this is easily our longest show by a couple of minutes. So it's great to be back. We'll see you all on Monday for our anniversary party. And I'll see you in just a couple of minutes in the house. Are you ready for our Seize the Day?
I am. Lay the Seize the Day on me.
This is kind of a good one. This is by Unknown, and thank you again, Rachel, as always, for our Seize the Day. And I'm just cleaning up the last few that we haven't done on Seize the Day 2 before we move on to Seize the Day 3. So this is kind of a good one for right now because it's a bit around election time, and I think this applies to people on both sides. Should you find yourself the victim of other people's bitterness, ignorance, smallness, or insecurities, remember this. Things could be much worse. You could be one of them. So let's not be bitter. Let's try and be better. How about that one? Where's the marriage at?
pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right, we'll see you
Yeah.
all on Monday. I've got YouTube is alerting me that I've got don't get ripped
Ripped
off
off
when you're
buying
buying
an
an RV, because that's how much I've been watching RV videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you all on Monday. Have a great first day at work, Chen.
Yeah, good luck.
uh,
Good luck.
and,
And don't sign into the show on Monday. Don't do a secret with your earbuds. Listen to it on Monday.
No,
Wait
everyone
for
else
day
do.
two.
I thought you were telling everyone
Wait
else
for day
not to
two.
watch.
No,
Everyone
no,
else.
I'm saying
everyone
Jen,
else watch the show.
Not on the first day of work.
And
Don't do it.
we love you wherever you are, Ramon.
Yes.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Oh, don't give up. There'll be plenty of time to give up later.